Queen Mary's style evolution, from Tasmania to Copenhagen's royal icon. Welcome to B News. Stop the scroll. How does a young woman from Tasmania become one of Europe's most influential and admired royal figures? How does personal style transcend fashion to become a tool of diplomacy, influence, and cultural identity? Today, Queen Mary of Denmark is not just the wife of a monarch, she is a global symbol of elegance, influence, and purpose. From her early life in Australia to her rise as one of Copenhagen's most iconic royals, Mary's evolution offers more than inspiration, it tells a story about adaptation, strategy, and cultural transformation. Every outfit, every appearance, every public gesture carries a message, and the journey behind that message is one few outside royal circles truly understand. Before we continue, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to B News, and turn on notifications to stay updated with in-depth coverage of royal affairs. Join the conversation in the comments. Do you believe style can define a royal's influence as much as their political or charitable work? Queen Mary's journey began in Tasmania, where she lived a relatively ordinary life, far removed from palaces and crowns. Early reports describe her as intelligent, poised, and determined, with a natural sense of style that set her apart from peers. Yet, her trajectory from student to global royal icon was anything but linear. After studying commerce and international relations, Mary cultivated skills that would later prove invaluable: social awareness, public communication, and an understanding of cultural nuance. These early experiences shaped a woman who would eventually navigate one of the world's most scrutinized positions, Queen of Denmark, with grace, intelligence, and sophistication. Her first public appearances as crown princess signaled a deliberate evolution. Observers noted how Mary blended European elegance with approachable charm, balancing tradition with contemporary sensibilities. Every dress choice, every accessory, became part of a larger narrative, a narrative that signaled not just beauty, but diplomacy, poise, and social influence. Royal analysts began tracking how her wardrobe choices aligned with charitable initiatives, official visits, and political engagements. It was clear that style was not merely personal expression, it was an extension of her role as a modern monarch. By harmonizing fashion with function and symbolism, Mary was steadily transforming the perception of royalty in Denmark and beyond. The transition from crown princess to queen amplified this scrutiny exponentially. Denmark's public and international media began documenting not only her initiatives but also the subtle evolution of her style, how she dressed for state dinners, humanitarian events, and casual public outings. Analysts observed that her fashion evolution mirrors her personal growth, increasingly sophisticated, mindful, and emblematic of her position. Her choices became statements of inclusivity, professionalism, and cultural resonance, demonstrating that royal style could be both aspirational and strategically influential. Mary's wardrobe choices, far from frivolous, reflect an understanding that visibility in a monarchy can wield as much influence as policy or charity. Queen Mary's influence extends beyond the borders of Denmark, reflecting a sophisticated understanding of global perception and cultural diplomacy. Each appearance she makes on the international stage is calculated not only for aesthetic appeal but also for symbolic messaging. During state visits, her wardrobe choices often pay homage to host nations' culture, subtly reinforcing diplomatic goodwill while demonstrating respect and awareness. Analysts note that this strategy positions Mary not simply as a figurehead but as an active participant in soft diplomacy, where style and presence convey values and intent in ways words alone cannot. From patterned dresses honoring local artisans to carefully chosen jewelry symbolizing historical or cultural ties, Mary has turned personal elegance into a medium of influence, elevating her status as both a monarch and an international cultural ambassador. Her evolution also reflects a growing confidence and self-awareness. Early in her public life, Mary's style, though polished, occasionally adhered strictly to traditional royal norms, emphasizing formality over personal expression. Over time, however, she has blended these formalities with subtle innovations, incorporating contemporary designers, experimenting with color palettes, and balancing modern silhouettes with classic cuts. This evolution is not accidental, it demonstrates her acute awareness of the intersection between personal branding and public responsibility. Fashion historians have observed that Mary's journey mirrors a broader societal shift. The modern royal is expected to be both relatable and aspirational, combining the gravitas of office with the accessibility of personal expression. Her choices illustrate that style can be a form of communication, signaling approachability, sophistication, and the evolving role of monarchy in a 21st-century democratic society. Moreover, Mary's influence resonates deeply with women across Denmark and internationally. Public surveys and media analyses indicate that her sartorial decisions inspire discussions about professionalism, confidence, and the integration of modern femininity with historical roles. She exemplifies how elegance and authority can coexist, challenging outdated assumptions about women in leadership, particularly within highly traditional institutions. Her presence at charitable events, public forums, and diplomatic functions illustrates that style is inseparable from the broader message she conveys. Competence, empathy, and cultural awareness are equally as powerful as policy or ceremonial duty. In this way, Mary has effectively redefined expectations of royal women, creating a blueprint for combining public visibility with purposeful action and strategic presentation. In conclusion, Queen Mary's journey from Tasmania to the Copenhagen royal court demonstrates an extraordinary evolution, one that blends personal growth, strategic awareness, and cultural sophistication. Her style, far from being mere fashion, serves as a vehicle for influence, diplomacy, and societal messaging, reflecting a modern approach to monarchy that balances tradition with contemporary relevance. Denmark's citizens, along with international observers, now see a queen whose elegance and insight extend far beyond appearances, shaping perceptions, inspiring discussions, and reinforcing the monarchy's ongoing cultural significance. The question for viewers remains: can personal style, when executed with purpose and awareness, become as powerful a tool of influence as diplomacy, policy, or social engagement? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications for more in-depth, verified coverage from B News.